You can't be here. This area's for authorized personnel only. The man's voice rang out across the airport terminal, sharp and impatient, cutting through the hum of travelers and flight announcements. The Marine didn't flinch. Standing tall beside the flag-draped casket, his dress blues were crisp, his white gloves still, his gaze locked forward in solemn silence. The TSA supervisor stepped closer, lips tight with irritation. "I'm not going to ask again. Step away from the coffin." Now gasps fluttered through the crowd, gathering nearby. Some people paused mid-step, clutching their boarding passes. Others fumbled for their phones. And yet the Marine stayed still, silent, unmoved, resolute. A woman in black began to sob quietly behind him. She was the mother. Her trembling hands clutched a folded photo of her son, the soldier inside that casket. The supervisor's voice sharpened. "You think the uniform exempts you from protocol?" Still, the Marine didn't respond. He was a tomb guard, a sentinel of the 3rd U.S. Infantry Regiment. Silence wasn't just a choice, it was his duty. The supervisor, clearly unaware, turned to the airline manager. "Call security." "This is ridiculous." But before anyone moved, a second Marine stepped forward, then another, each emerging from the crowd in dress uniform, eyes burning with restrained fury. No words, just presence. The airport fell into hush. Then an older man stepped forward, his jacket marked with a retired Air Force insignia. He faced the supervisor, voice calm but laced with steel. "Do you have any idea who you're speaking to?" The supervisor blinked. "I don't care if he's the president. He's blocking an emergency exit." "No," the veteran said, stepping closer. "He's standing guard over a fallen warrior. It's a tradition older than your job, your badge, and probably your entire career. He's not on duty." "This isn't Arlington," the supervisor shot back. The veteran nodded slowly. "You're right. This isn't Arlington. It's worse. This is the last time that mother will see her son. And that Marine is making sure her boy is honored every single step of the way." The woman let out a choked sob. A young girl beside her, likely the soldier's sister, wiped her eyes with shaking hands. "I don't make the rules," the supervisor muttered, now fidgeting. "No," the veteran said, "but you just tried to enforce them on the one man in this entire building who lives by them." Suddenly, another voice rose from behind, a pilot, then a flight attendant, then a gate agent, each of them stepping forward, gently but firmly. "He's not alone," one said. "I'd be honored to stand with him," said another. More Marines appeared, young and old, some from flights, some from nearby gates. They lined up behind the tomb guard like a silent wall of reverence. Travelers stood up from chairs. Some clapped hands over their hearts. Others whispered, "God bless him." And the tomb guard, he never moved, never blinked, just stood, a statue of discipline, guarding a fallen brother on his final journey home. Finally, the airport director arrived, breathless and confused. One look at the scene and his expression shifted from annoyance to understanding. He nodded once and stepped up to the supervisor. "Stand down," he said. "He stays." The supervisor's mouth opened, then closed. He faded into the background, suddenly very small. The director turned to the mother and bowed slightly. "Ma'am, on behalf of this airport and everyone in it, your son is our hero." She wept harder, but now it was grief wrapped in pride. As the casket began its final escort through the terminal, the tomb guard led the way. Behind him, a procession formed, Marines, veterans, airline staff, travelers, even janitors, all following in silence. Nobody checked their phones, nobody complained about delays, everyone just walked. Because in that moment, the airport wasn't a terminal. It was sacred ground. And the man they tried to stop, he didn't speak, he didn't flinch, he simply honored the fallen the only way he knew how, in absolute, unwavering silence. Before we end this story, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to hear. If this story touched you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know how you feel in the comment.